Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is full of degenerates. When you're inside, you look around, what do you see? Businessmen, teachers, lawyers, carpenters, the very minds of the people we are trying to save. But until we do, these people are still a part of the woke system, and that makes them our enemy. You have to understand, most of these people are not ready to pick up a biology textbook. And many of them are so inert, so hopelessly dependent on their pronouns that they will fight to protect it. Were you listening to me, Neo? Or were you looking at the dude in the red dress?
A dude?
Look again. Who is it?
That wasn't a woman?
No. It's another training program designed to teach you one thing. If you are not one of us, you might marry one of them.
What are they?
Transformers. They can move in and out of any gender, regardless of their chromosomes. That means that anyone coming out of the female bathroom is potentially a ladyboy. Inside the Matrix, they can identify as anything, but in reality, it's just delusion.
We have survived by hiding from them, by running from them. But they are at the Diddy parties. They are guarding all the doors while they are touching all the kids, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
I won't lie to you here. Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought this agenda got canceled. But where they have failed, you will succeed.
What?
I've seen an agent identify as a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
What are you trying to tell me? That I can dodge lawsuits?
No, Neo. If you identify as an innocent human being, you won't have to.
I identify as an innocent human being.
Sometimes America has to act to stop dangerous tyrants when they threaten the world. When dangerous shitbags overseas are stopped, America keeps moving, trade stays open, and American families feel more stability at home. America doesn't wait for the limp-wristed pussies of the world to tell us about the future anymore. We're building it right here, in our towns, with our hands. When Americans are free to work, create, and lead, good things always follow. And this time, the next chapter looks a lot like opportunity coming home.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Scott here from Oak to Size. It's episode number 1088. It is April 15th, 2026. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, over on Kick, over on X, over on YouTube, and of course, my favorite platform, built by Patriots for Patriots. Let's see all the eyes down the chats over on pilled.net. Welcome in, guys. Welcome into the show. As per usual, it is Wing Wednesday. Hope you're all having a fantastic midday Wednesday here. Guys, we hit about 82 degrees today where I live. We broke a record. We broke a record out here for warmth, and man, oh man, was it hot. Was it spicy hot. So let's get into this all, guys. We got China on the run from the Strait of Hormuz. It looks like the blockade is working oh so swimmingly. But has sent the warning to Chinese banks, don't be laundering any more money for Iran or we're going to double sanction your ass. The fallout from Eric Swalwell is still continuing to swell up and so much more. And oh, by the way, JD Vance had to come out once again to defend Erika Kirk. So we're going to get into all that, guys. It's truly crazy. So smash the red pill, keep the gold pills flowing, the stickers flying, and please give my mods all kinds of love. Thank you to Heather. Thank you to Little Cat. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Before we dive into it all, though, let's say hello to the fam. We got Enemy My Enemy out there. We got Dong Sock, Lieutenant Kaz, Southern Patriot out there. Welcome in, friend. We got Big Willie, OH Patriot. Welcome in, friend. We got Dong Sock, Firehorse, Kwasan, Core Cousin, Lulu out there. We also got You Need Some Milk. What up, Milk? We got Lulu out there. Ming, Crystal Crusader, Rasta, Just Fed Up. Jim with the G, thanks for the raid, my friend. Smitten Ken, we got the F and Doctors. That's here, brother. AJ has a match at 7. Not Jake from State Farm in the chair. I say skip the tennis match and just finish out the show, dude. AJ will absolutely understand. Welcome in, guys. We got who else? Dalcon. We got who else? We got Cairo Kathy. Welcome in, Cairo Kathy. 208 Outdoors. Great to see you, friend. Tennessee Girl's always out there. Tootsie Roll. Tucker Dixon. Double dipping. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Mikey Baseball. SKG in the house. Mark Shumate. Welcome in, friend. Donnie is in the house. Johnny Utah. Welcome in, guys. Great to see you out there. Tissue Box. Jack Attack was up there as well. Fantastic. Great to see you guys. I hope you're all feeling nice and spicy today on a Wing Wednesday. Thank you so much. The floor is yours. Great to see you, brother. Who else we got? Little Cat. It's just me and Little Cat holding it down on Rumble. There ain't nobody out there. Orianda. We got Down Home over there. Dude, your designs are looking fire, man. I can't wait to get the stuff you sent me. PR Patriot, Arizona Raven, and Corey Mays. Welcome in, guys. Welcome into the show. Drop a comment in the chats, guys. Like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. You know what to do. We've been doing this for now, guys, our 8th year. Officially our 8th year, which I can't believe. And here's to hopefully 8 more. There we go. I even got my own red pill. Beautiful. You guys ready for our news blitz? I'm ready to dive into it all. As per usual, they're trying to cancel Nick Shirley because, of course, they are. California cannot afford to have their fraud exposed. Neither can Gavin Newsom, but California's got a lot more problems to worry about because it looks like Swalwell is obviously out. Maybe the Republican win it. We don't know, but shit's getting exposed left and right, guys. So hope you guys are ready. Thank you, guys. We're at 3,000 gold pills over on pill.net. Thank you all so much. 20K is that daily goal, as we always do. So let's keep hitting that, guys, every single day. That keeps the show going full time. I appreciate it. Pill appreciates it. We all appreciate it. Thank you all so much for that. So let's dive into it, guys. It's time for a news blitz on your Wing Wednesday. Let's do it. Oh boy, here we go from the Gateway Pundit. What are they trying to hide? Radical California Democrats passed Stop Nick Shirley Act. They literally called it Stop Nick Shirley Act to criminalize investigative journalism and shield massive immigrant services fraud from scrutiny. Guys, you cannot make this shit up. The bill, altered by far-left Assemblywoman Mia Bonta, wife of Attorney General Rob Bonta, would slap investigative reporters with massive civil sanctions starting at $4,000 minimum. If a fraudster from one of these immigrant service centers decides they don't want to be caught on camera committing their scams, the crook can then run to court for an injunction banning the journalists from filming or exposing them on camera for up to 4 years. And if the journalists refuse to take down the original photo, triple the damages, up to $12,000. That's just for telling the truth. Nick Shirley was on X talking about this, saying California is trying to pass a bill that would criminalize investigative journalism with misdemeanors, $10,000 fines, imprisonment, and content takedown. Under AB 2624, government-funded entities like the Somali Leering daycare centers would be protected from being exposed if they operated inside California. The enemy truly is within when our politicians would rather protect fraudsters and illegal migrants. It's time for us to stand up or face mass oppression from the traitors who rule over us. Guys, keep praying for Nick Shirley. He is exposing all kinds of evil, but that dude is doing some work. And over here from the Gateway Pundit, a new update From the alleged DNC pipe bomber, Brian Cole is now hit with 2 additional charges and a superseding indictment. Brian Cole here, the superseding indictment's added 2 more charges, and that is interstate transportation and explosives and malicious attempt to use explosives. This guy is 30 years old, guys. As we know, he's been charged. However, Cole pleaded not guilty to these charges this year, and the FBI identified Cole based on his phone pings and transaction history on his credit cards, according to an affidavit. And now there's 2 more superseding indictments. It's not looking good for Brian Cole, guys. Was he really going to be blowing things up? I don't know, but the damage is already done. We'll keep you guys updated. From the New York Post, Disney fans are rejoicing as parks are restoring gendered greetings after inclusive scrub. Yes, all these Disney freaks are all saying we're so fucking back. So guys, the words "ladies and gentlemen" is back. Is back now. Isn't that crazy? We have to celebrate that. Disney diehards are divided amid trending claims that the formerly nixed "ladies and gentlemen" salutation at its theme park has been restored. And the only people that can be upset about this are the trannies, guys. And there's really nothing else there. Over here from the Post Millennial, out in Seattle, they're removing $5.3 million pounds of waste, 660,000 needles from the streets. And why are they all doing this now, guys? Well, they're trying to get ahead of the FIFA World Cup, because now all of a sudden we need the place to be clean. What an absolute joke. Released on Tuesday, the Seattle Clean City Community Impact Report say that 5.3 million pounds of waste were removed from the city's right-of-way, being equated to the weight of 530 orca whales. Additionally, the report revealed that 661,105 sharps, which included needles, syringes, and lancets, were collected and disposed of, and they're all trying to get this shit ready by trying to get it clean for the FIFA World Cup, guys. And my God, I mean, out in the West Coast, what an absolute shit show. Over here, guys, looks like we got some good news here from Gateway Pundit. The pro-life father that was targeted by Biden's FBI wins a $1 million settlement. In 2022, under the leadership of then Attorney General Merrick Garland, father of 7 and pro-life warrior Mark Hawk was arrested in PA as dozens of fully armed FBI agents raided his home and terrified his family. The arrest stemmed from an incident outside an abortion clinic in 2021. Although local prosecutors declined to pursue the case and the judge dismissed a civil lawsuit filed by the escort, federal authorities charged Hawk with violating the freedom of access to clinic entrances, and they try to put this dude in jail. And now, with a new DOJ in town, and now under Trump, well, him and his family are going to be getting a $1 million settlement, which is absolutely fantastic. And guys, I don't know what's going on. There's no Mexicans, but they love burning churches down. Yet another historic church torched out in Canada. This one lies in ashes after a major fire tore through Saint Roman, Quebec. Last night, the building, whose construction began in 1893, is the latest casualty in a relentless campaign against Canada's Christian institutions that has seen arsons more than double since 2021. And this is what happens when you let the third world into your country. You become the third world country. And over here, guys, Vance is now pledging a probe into pizza and grape soda references. I don't know what this is going to entail, guys. I don't know if it's going to go anywhere. I'm not getting excited until we see something. But Pizzagate is infamous, guys. Grape soda, we all know what that means. Vance is vowing to get to the bottom of it. I don't know what's going to happen with this, but we're going to definitely keep an eye on it. And if you guys didn't know, a single dose of frog-derived gut bacterium is now eliminating 100% of tumors in mice. A single intravenous dose of the Winglia americana achieved complete tumor elimination in 100% of treated animals with no detectable toxicity, outperforming chemotherapy and immunotherapy. This is a newly published peer-reviewed study in gut microbes that has uncovered a previously unknown cancer-fighting bacterium isolated from amphibian and reptile gut microbiomes, delivering results that exceeded modern oncology treatments. In an immunocompetent mouse model colorectal cancer, a single intravenous dose of this frog juice, we'll call it frog juice, led to complete tumor elimination 100% of treated animals. And fam, maybe in 5-10 years we'll have actual cures for cancer. We shall see, but this looks very promising. What that, fam, is today's News Blitz. Maybe all the frogs aren't gay, guys, if they're helping us cure cancer. Thank God. All right, let's get to these gold pills, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for all the love that you've been dropping on the show already. Donations help keep the lifeblood of this channel going, guys, so I always appreciate it. Jack Attack always getting us start off with a big fat cookie. Chief, good evening to you, my friend. Tissue Box, welcome in. Eric Superpage, thanks for the can. Donnie said it's all about London and China. First Venezuela, then Iran, and now then the Strait of Malacca. China is choked up. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about China today. No doubt about it. They are getting their teeth kicked in, and Trump is playing the nice guy, as he always does with Xi. But yeah, there's definitely a lot happening. Thank you, Donnie, SKG, the Cookie, Halo Moo, the Cookie, Ming says, hi, Scott, and hi, fam. Southern Pages for the man who likes to play with his wood. Thank you, my friend. I made a cord and a half of ash today. It took about 2 hours, beasted through it, and my body hurts. But we're doing good. I'm going to go get more wood tomorrow. 0210, the Shades, and Jeff Bork, thank you for the... Guys, it's really incredible how much free wood that... I guess maybe it's the area. There's free wood everywhere. The only problem is you have to go and get it. You can't get it delivered. Otherwise, it would cost money. The only thing that's costing me right now is just all the gas and all the fuel to get it, the chainsaw, all the maintenance stuff. So I'm getting all the wood I can for the house for the winter, and then we're on the VFW. Like I said, this is a training ground, boot camp, mainly for my body, as I got used to the chainsawing, the bucking, the equipment, all that good stuff. But it's been a good time. Absolute great time. But thank you guys so much for all of that love. 3,500 gold pills, guys. 20K is that daily goal. Keep that rocking and rolling. Keep that red pill smash. Appreciate all you guys over on Rumble and, of course, YouTube. Subscribe, like, do whatever you got to do to maintain the channel. I see about 50 of you in each of the platforms. Thank you so much. We have a lot to get into, guys, so let's not waste another minute. I think I nuked my funny video. Damn it! Hold on a second. Oh, I found it, guys. We found another racist Biden. You guys ready for this? This guy, I can't believe this retard was our, quote, president for 4 years. Enjoy this video, and I'll see you on the other side of the intro. Take a watch.
I want to turn around to one guy and say, Barack, what are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. I feel like he should be standing on the right and I should be standing on the left. Hey, did you just look at Barack? Anyway, as they say, you've done good, fella.
Well, you know, I tried.
Society's fan, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal. Grab your flashlight, it's time to go down the rabbit hole. It's dark and hell is hot, dealing with satanic souls. The tide is turning, patriots are now in control. Apply aggressive pressure right now until they fold, stay woke. Open up your eyes and keep them peeled. All they do is lie, realize not everything is real. Through Project Looking Glass, the future is revealed. Future proves past, but there won't be any deals. No time like the present for this music with the messages. The method to my madness, beat the madness to my method. Give you nothing but the truth now to capture your attention. Broke free from the matrix, master the dimensions. People swear they know the truth, but aren't asking any questions. Confirmation bias, so they pass on interventions. For those who know the truth, but they pass it just to mention. Of anything you might say, the past is their defenses. Wake up, and don't you dare go back to sleep. Always keep one eye open for demons on the creep. Once you turn into a wolf, you won't ever be a sheep. A worldwide awakening, so now run and tell your peace. Woke Society's fan, you know it's time to go. Grab your popcorn, sit back now, enjoy the show. Severe and non on the mic, so come on, enjoy the flow. The wave is rising and you know it's only gonna grow. Thanks for tuning in to the land of the real. But it's like the Twilight Zone, the plan is surreal. It'll blow your mind when the plan is revealed. Bring it all to light, all the plans they conceal.
I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and it had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support, and only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. I did post it. And
All right, welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Scott here from Woke Society. It's episode number 1088. It is April 15th, 2026. Let's welcome in all of our friends over on Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube, and of course, my favorite fam over on Pilled.net. Oh, yes. We need more Jesus memes, please. More Jesus memes. Don't worry, we're going to get them. Thank you guys for being here, as always. Man, it's getting hot. It's getting hot in the studio. It was freezing 3 weeks ago. And it's funny, I think Monday we might be hitting freezing temperatures again. I saw like snow showers in the forecast. I'm like, get the fuck. I'm like, it is, we're in the middle of April. Why are we still hitting 28, 32 for a day? Then it's going to spike to 50. The weather out here is wild. Thank you, Zero Tune On, Shades, Jeff Bork, Red Gun with the Can, and Jim with the G giving me some technical input about the keyboard control, plus T reopens a browser window. You last close. I'm never going to forget that now. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. My goodness. Learn something new every single day. All right. All right. Let's get into this, guys. So, it's becoming more and more clear to me, guys, as all this bullshit is getting dragged out here, that no matter what, and it doesn't feel like that to some people, and I kind of understand it, but I can promise you, no matter what, at the end of the day, this is gonna, all this that's happened, all these events, all these moves, everything that we're witnessing right now is going to end up being wins for America. And something didn't dawn on me yesterday. It's kind of been in my mind. I think I've been explaining it pretty well, but essentially, no matter what happens with Iran at this point, whether they play ball or they don't play ball, it's going to suck for their people. Outside of that, if this blockade keeps up, ships are just going to be coming to America, guys. I really, really hope people understand where all this is going. And where all this is going is that America is going to be on top no matter what, and the global dominance is going to be established no matter what road is taken at this point. And there was an announcement being made here over a final warning. This is new audio, and Trump actually shared this himself on his True Social, and this comes directly from CENTCOM to all of basically any ships that are out, that are trying to maybe get in and out of Iran or port in Iran, use the strait, any kind of means. Don't do it, or we're going to blow you up.
The U.S. has announced a formal blockade of Iranian ports and coastal areas. This is illegal action. All vessels are advised to immediately return to port if leaving and discontinue transit to Iran if that is your next port of call. Do not attempt to breach the blockade. Vessels will be boarded for interdiction and seizure transiting to or from an Iranian port. Turn around and prepare to be boarded. If you do not comply with this blockade, we will use force. The whole of the United States Navy is ready to force compliance.
The whole of the United States Navy. You will be boarded if you do not comply with this blockade. We will use force. The whole of United States Navy is ready to force compliance. Tim, I don't know how much more clear this needs to get for anyone that may be coming in and out at this time. So this is basically what you have going on here. And so far, no one's getting through. And if they try to get through, they will be boarded first. And if they even put up a fight to have that try to take that down, obviously, are you going to go up against the United States Navy warships? Are you really going to go and try that? You're not. And at the same time that this is all going on, remember, they're clearing the mines out of the strait. They're using underwater drones to get rid of this, to make this final passage, to get this done. And eventually, guys, what's going to happen is America is going to have full control of everything over the country, inside of the country, and also park in the parking lot, out in the oceans out there. All of it is going to be controlled by America. And how long we stay there, it could be a little while, guys. But as far as the, quote, conflict and the bombs dropping and all that, that seems to have stopped in a way. We're not seeing endless videos of bombings happening and buildings exploding, infrastructure being destroyed. You're not really seeing that anymore, are you? Like I said, we are a week and 1 day into this ceasefire. Next Tuesday it expires, and now there's talks that this may continue to be extended. while all this happens, because again, just like Iran's trying to play the leverage game, America is trying to play the leverage game as well. It looks like my camera disconnected. Hold on, guys. Struggle fast! All right, let's try that again. Let's see. There we go. Okay, we're back. So, who's going to outlast who in this game? I can tell you right now, this is why Trump says he doesn't really care how this all goes down, because no matter what, the ships will go to America regardless. And if Iran makes a deal, then great for the world. Everything will be coming skyrocketing down. And you can tell that the blockade's working for one reason and one reason alone. The other biggest country out there that rivals us besides Russia is obviously China. Chinese oil tankers are retreating from the Strait of Hormuz, shows how Trump's blockade is actually working. A sanctioned Chinese oil tanker crossed the Strait of Hormuz, then was forced to double back and return to Iran after President Trump blockaded the vital shipping lane, according to ship tracking data. The aborted voyage of the Rich Starry, a Malawi flagged Chinese-owned tanker that was blacklisted by the U.S. in 2023, shows how the U.S. Navy successfully blocked the flow of ships carrying Iranian oil. Since the war began, most vessels that have traveled out of the Strait of Hormuz have been loaded with Iranian exports, giving the cash-strapped regime vital funds. And they're trying to do everything, guys, because Scott Bessent has choked them out economically. So far, the U.S. blockade on the eastern side of the strait in the Gulf of Oman has stopped at least 5 ships from heading out into the open ocean, according to the trade analysis from Kepler. Iran has stifled nearly all traffic through Hormuz, which previously carried 20% of the world's oil, by threatening to attack tankers that don't pay a ransom. The Rich Story, which was previously accused of helping Tehran skirt oil sanctions, had masked its location in the Persian Gulf for more than 10 days, attempting to leave the Strait of Hormuz on Monday night, according to Kepler. The tanker, owned by the Xinjiang shipping company and loaded with 250,000 barrels of methanol, initially appeared to make it through the blockade, but updated tracking data revealed the ship stopped in the Gulf of Oman on Tuesday. So anyone out there, guys, that is blackpilling and saying this strategy isn't working, this is all bullshit, it's this is just another random instinctual play from Trump, he's playing this all by year, it's all nonsense, guys. It is absolute nonsense. The biggest countries that are rivaling America right now, you don't see Russian ships anywhere near this. You have Chinese ships trying to make an escape out of here and trying to get through, and guess what? It's not working. They are not playing around. And guys, it seems extremely obvious to me at this point that Trump did not go full forward and full max with Operation Fury unless there was possibly discussions with Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin in some kind of capacity that they knew this was going to happen. And guess what? Did anyone stop them? Just like Venezuela, nobody stopped them. Just like now in Iran, nobody has stopped us. Not one person, not one country. And Trump made that abundantly clear today in his newest Truth Social post, saying China, indeed, guys, not upset. Remember I showed you guys the story yesterday? Xi Jinping said the world order is basically in disarray. It's all falling apart. Well, look how Trump phrases this. China is very happy that I am permanently opening the Strait of Hormuz. I am doing it for them, guys. It's all for China. And also the world. This situation will never happen again. They have agreed not to send weapons to Iran. President Xi will give me a big fat hug when I get there in a few weeks. We are working together smartly and very well. Doesn't that beat fighting? But remember, we are very good at fighting if we have to. Far better than anyone else. You see the weaving going on here, guys. The humor. The weave. This is affecting China probably more than anyone in the country. And Trump is boldly proclaiming that China is very happy about all of this stuff that's happening. From Venezuela to Iran. And most likely next Cuba. And guess what? Xi Jinping is going to come right to me and give daddy a big fat hug. Hilarious. Hilarious. But don't forget, if you guys want to fight, we will gladly fight you as well. We are very good at this if we have to. And guess what? We are better than anyone else. The weaving in this post, guys, this is quintessential Donald Trump taking a dump on our enemies, on the rivaling countries, and letting them know you're not going to fuck with us. And guess what? When I come see you, you're going to come see me with a smile. How JD Vance says it, right? The JD Vance memes. Please and thank you, Xi Jinping. Oh, you want your oil? Please. Say please. Say please. This is what the dominating superpower does and how it flexes. This is what Trump does. And he does this shit on a daily basis. It's hilarious. And I got things mixed up, guys, because I thought Xi was heading to the United States. I guess, is Trump heading to China? That always makes me a little nervous. Don't like that. But my goodness. He's going to give me a big, fat hug. You can't make this up. So ahead of summit with Xi Jinping, Trump says China won't send Iran weapons and is happy with the strait. So guys, for that to happen, that tells me there had to have been talks that Trump had with Xi. I don't know if it was before, a little bit after. I have no idea. And as my colleague, this is from Red State, as my colleague Ward Clark reported on Sunday, U.S. intelligence uncovered that China was preparing to send weapon shipments, including air defense systems. Just when you thought things in the Middle East couldn't get any more interesting, I mean interesting as in the ancient Chinese curse sense, now there are reports that China is preparing weapons. But oil appears to be the leverage being used against China's actions. In President Trump's Sunday interview with Fox News, Sunday morning futures of Maria Bartiromo, Trump said, he's somebody that needs oil. We don't. He's somebody I get along with very well. He's referencing Xi here. He just wrote me this beautiful letter. He responded to a letter I wrote because I had heard that China is giving weapons. I mean, you're seeing it all over the place to Iran that China is giving weapons. I wrote him a letter asking him simply, hey, Xi, don't do that, my dude. Don't give Iran weapons. And he wrote me a letter saying essentially, and Xi's like, bro, I ain't sending them weapons. This is absolutely fucking hilarious. This is hilarious. Now, do you believe Xi? Do you believe China is completely innocent? You think China is not sending them shit or trying to send them shit? Of course they are. Of course they are. Maybe they aren't, though. Maybe they aren't, guys. I don't know. I don't know, because Venezuela, nothing happened there. They're all their shit got wrecked. All their technology got wrecked. Anti-air defense systems got wrecked. Missiles got wrecked. Russia's shit got wrecked. Everyone's shit got wrecked. And we blew heads away without having to fire a single shot due to a discombobulator weapon that we still don't know what the hell it is, but they used it, and everyone's heads melted besides Maduro and his wife. God knows what that was about. But Trump's saying, bro, I love being pen pals with you, Xi. You write these beautiful letters to me. Beautiful. But I heard you're trying to send weapons. Bro, Xi, don't do that, my man. Don't send weapons. When I come see you, we're gonna give each other a big fat hug and bro this out. Maybe that's what the vibe is going here, but this is absolutely a troll move, guys. Because once again, this is the game, because what these world leaders, again, do they have a lot of power? They do, but you guys have to remember at the same time, they still rule over people that have to live their daily lives. And if there's no energy coming into the country, there's no natural resources, there's no oil coming into your country, your entire civilization can collapse, and it does not take a very long time to do that. So by China sending weapons, possibly, which I probably believe they were, or they were trying to, Trump was like, dude, if you go and do that, we'll make sure that you cannot get any of this oil. And then what are you going to do? Do you guys see how this is a leverage game of choke points? This is all this is. It's very simple when you look at it from a 40,000 foot view. It's all choke points. Xi is not going to destroy his country for Iran. And that should send a message to the entire world. Again, if you are allies of Russia and China, they will not save you if it means having to tangle with America. Not when Trump's around. That ain't gonna happen. So what's more important, Xi? Do you want your oil? What's worse for you, Xi? You can, if you help us shore things up with Iran, and by the way, remember guys when I told you that report that to get that first negotiation peace summit meeting, it was because also China was in the ear of whoever these leaders are, telling them, guys, we really need you to figure this the fuck out, please. Figure this out and make a deal so we don't have to go and embarrass ourselves, send our tankers all the way across the world to go to the Gulf of America and have to pay for our shit in dollars. This is already we've already been humiliated 3 times by Trump. And now we have to go begging his ass for oil to keep our countries running. Fam, I mean, This is hilarious. Hilarious. And it's all about leverage. That's the game. This is a giant Game of Thrones that we're watching right now, and Trump is resetting the entire board. And Vance was very clear with how this is moving forward. This is a clip here from the other day and one from today, because today is tax day, guys. I know. Americans love tax day, right? Disgusts me. Absolutely disgusts me. But here's Vance. Don't fuck around, China. We're watching you.
Coffers and into the country. We are partnering with our Gulf allies who, having been fired upon for almost 40 days, are much more willing to share the bank accounts of members of the Iranian regime in their countries. We are reaching out to banks, including Chinese banks.
The Arab countries that Iran lashed out on, that they were laundering all their money through, the washing machine. Guess what? You guys want to bomb us? We're going to give all your bank accounts now to Scott Bessent. Good luck with that.
Thanks, to remind them of that any Iranian goods and the purchases thereof are forbidden, and that the dollars would be sanctioned, and that we will press for secondary sanctions if there's a problem.
So the Gulf countries,
Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. And on top of that, any of these banks that are working with Iran in any kind of capacity to help funding, Scott Bessent comes out today and says, listen, we've already sanctioned all of you motherfuckers. If we have to double sanction you, we will. Message was sent loud and clear from the White House podium today.
Tariff, you have any update on that, Mr. Secretary?
I don't have an update on the tariffs, but I do have an update on sanctions. Iran is used to be the largest state sponsor of terrorism. China was purchasing more than 90% of their oil, which is about 8% of China's energy needs. We believe this blockade in the Straits, there will be a pause of Chinese buying, but I will tell you that two Chinese banks received letters from the U.S. Treasury. I'm not going to identify the banks, but we told them that if we can prove that there is Iranian money flowing through your accounts, then we are willing to put on secondary sanctions.
And are you?
Two Chinese banks received letters from the Treasury. Scott Bessent confirmed this today and said, if we can prove that you are flushing Iranian money through your bank accounts, your banks, we are going to secondarily basically double sanction your ass and make you guys really feel the pain. The economic warfare, guys, is almost, I would say, in some ways more lethal than the kinetic. Because yes, blowing things up, taking out infrastructure, taking out militaries, yeah, that's obviously a big part of this. But money is everything. And Scott Bessent is a savage. And he will decapitate you financially, and then you really are hurting, because if you have no money flow, if you have no more banks to wash your money from London to China, what are you left to do? Your civilization is now under a pressure cooker. That's what's going on right here. And for anyone that really thinks this is going to last forever, you're completely out of your mind, because there's only so much and so long that these people can go through. And guys, I have no idea when this is going to officially end. I have no idea. What I really care about is the gas prices going down, because once that goes, a lot of the bitching is going to stop. But the Treasury Department posted this today. It says Treasury is moving aggressively with economic fury. So you have the kinetic version, and then you have Scott Bessent's version calling it economic fury. Maintaining maximum pressure in Iran. Financial institutions should be on notice that the department is leveraging the full range of available tools and authorities and is prepared to deploy secondary sanctions against foreign financial institutions that continue to support Iran's activities. The short-term authorization permitting the sale of Iranian oil already stranded at sea is set to expire in a few days and will not be renewed. Boom. The Department of the Treasury, guys, has been completely weaponized against the enemies out internationally on a geopolitical scale. Fam, I don't know if we've. I mean, there's sanctions, but I've never seen a multitude of like new gen warfare that we're watching right now. Surgical strikes, surgical operations, economic warfare of the nuclear kind, and mass. I guess it's just expediting conflicts, guys, in ways that we have not seen and we're not accustomed to. And it's kind of, in a way, I really hope, another big takeaway with this is that I hope everyone sees this is a new way of warfare. And this is, if we maintain power, MAGA maintains power after Trump, this is going to continue to be the way. And this isn't going to happen. I mean, after Iran, guys, I really don't know who else is left. Russia will not fuck with us. China will not fuck with us, not kinetically. They'll do everything outside of that. They do every day. So does Russia. What's left? I've never seen anything like it because, guys, just like most of you, we all grew up on the global war on terror. The global war on terror was a giant psyop and a mass amount of lies, and it killed thousands of Americans and thousands of civilians and millions of civilians in those countries. And now the American people, when this is all said and done, they are going to know for a fact there is no reason to have these large ground invasions anymore. There's just not. And even if you want to get positive takeaway with Russia and Ukraine, it has been so much drone warfare. Hold on, guys. Just saw something breaking here. Hold on a second. What's this? Okay, so let me just pull this up on the screen for you guys. Some breaking news from Tulsi Gabbard. There was other breaking news from Tulsi yesterday that I didn't really get into, guys, because it's a lot of the same old about Eric Charamella. Let's see. And we're at a record high, guys, for barrels of oil per day being exported. Breaking records. Incredible. All right. DNI Tulsi Gabbard has issued criminal referrals for the deep state agents who tried to overthrow President Trump in 2019 on knowingly false grounds via impeachment. This is coming from Brooke Singman. This includes the former Inspector General.
Votes that.
So let me see here. Let me see. Is this the article? The U.S. intelligence. Okay, I don't know what that's referencing. Let me go to his her profile. Okay, this is from Fox News today. DNI sent criminal referrals to the Justice Department for the whistleblower whose complaint helped trigger President Trump's 2019 impeachment. So this is all about Eric Charamella. I want to refer information that may constitute possible criminal activity in violation of federal criminal law committed by one or more former employees of the intelligence community coming from the ODNI's office. Excuse me, that is Tulsi. The possible criminal activity concerns the circumstances described in the following congressional briefings. Discussion with Intelligence Community Inspector General, House Permanent, that's the guy that was working with Schiff, House Permanent Select Committee on Intel, 116th Congress 2019, briefing by the Intelligence Community Inspector General, House Permanent Select Committee on Intel. There he is, Michael Atkinson. Remember, guys, we were talking about Atkinson like, what, a month ago? There he is. Oh, boy. The referral comes after Tulsi Gabbard released documents earlier this week in a coordinated effort. This has everything to do with Adam Schiff. An intelligence official told Fox News Digital that the language in the referral is broad, but that it's specifically directed at Atkinson and the whistleblower who reported concerns about President Trump's July 2019 phone call with Zelensky. So there you go. So Gabbard has put in criminal referrals for Atkinson, the internal general, most likely Eric Charamella. Oh. Wait. Oh. Wait. Okay.
Earth Garden Botanicals brings you herbal remedies such as sunshine and pine tea blend. with white pine for cerumen and quercetin, herbs of 1918.
Yep. Okay, we're back. This is a ticking time bomb, guys. Any moment, this is all going to blow up. It's only until they bend the knee. And Trump was interviewed by Maria Bartiromo here, and this is what Trump had to say about China.
You've got a major meeting coming up next month with President Xi. I want to get your take on China and how this shift in oil, particularly because of Iran, particularly because of Venezuela and what you've done, even your comments on Cuba. How does that change the dynamic of this meeting with President Xi?
I don't think it does. I mean, he's somebody that needs oil. We don't. He's somebody I get along with very well. He just wrote me a beautiful letter.
He wrote you a letter?
Yeah, he did. He responded to a letter that I wrote because I had heard that China is giving weapons to, I mean, you're seeing it all over the place, to Iran, that China is
Did he
giving
say
weapons.
He's giving them?
Yeah, and I wrote him a letter asking him not to do that. And he wrote me a letter saying that essentially he's not doing that.
Okay.
It's the pen pal buddies, guys. They're not doing it. I promise you, brother. It's not going to happen. And at this press conference that was going on today with Vance, Peter Doocy was asking about the gas prices, and this is what Scott Vance had to say about that.
If we're going to get to the $3 a gallon gas by the summer. So when are we really going to get $3 a gallon gas?
Well, I think that's going to be the up to how the negotiations go. President Trump said this morning that he thinks we're nearing the end. The U.S. kept their side on the ceasefire. We've stopped firing. The Straits of Hormuz have not been completely reopened. So we will see. And I'm optimistic that during the summer, we will see gas with a 3 in front of it sooner rather than later. It's Bank Week here in D.C., so I've been meeting with a lot of my Middle Eastern counterparts, the finance ministers, and they all say that once the straits are open, they can start pumping again within 1 week.
So not by summer, like Memorial Day, but maybe by Labor Day?
Again, I'm optimistic that sometime between June 20th and September 20th that we can have $3 gas again. And as I said this morning, too, we are going to be watching the gas stations because they raised prices very quickly when when the crude oil prices went up. We hope they'll bring them down just as quickly as crude oil prices have come down, which they've come down substantially just in the past 10 days.
Yeah, and I think oil was sitting at the low 90s, which is, again, it's too high. No one's denying that. Well, this is the thing, Vance not going to give up any of the goods, just like Trump's not going to give any of the military goods. It's like Hegseth's not going to give up any of the goods. That's not going to happen. That's clearly not going to happen. I hope, guys, we're not in September and the gas prices are still at $4. That's not going to be good for the midterms. And guys, I honestly don't know how the midterms are going to go. I have no idea. Historically, they do not go to the party that is in power. It's just a flip-flop. But again, is that fraud? I have no idea. It could be. But something as a side note, just for some education purposes here, guys, I didn't know this myself because obviously what we've been talking about for weeks now with this whole thing is that America has become and is now the dominant exporter of natural gas, LNG, oil, all those resources of the world, because we saw all the tankers now flowing around Africa and coming up to the United States, to the Gulf of America, and they're going to be getting all the resources from us. That should be an indicator that things are going well, right? Why doesn't that reflect at the gas pump? Why doesn't that directly affect what's going on at the gas pump? Well, it has everything to do with our refineries. And why don't we have that many refineries? Well, I know sometimes it's a cop-out to blame politicians, in this case Democrats, but it's a real thing. Take a listen.
So if America has all this oil, why are gas prices going up? It's a valid question, one that millions of Americans are asking, and one that I used to ask myself. and that gives us an opportunity to do an explainer on America's refinery system. You see, years ago, when most of our refineries were built, we imported a lot of our crude oil from foreign countries. And so our refineries, especially those along the Gulf Coast, were set up to process a heavier crude oil than what we produce here in the United States. Now, through oilfield innovation, the perfection of hydraulic fracturing technology, the shale revolution in America made us energy independent, and now we are the world's #1 producer of crude oil. Lining that up with the refinery system we have has often been the problem. Upgrades to existing refineries or building a new refinery would cost billions of dollars in many cases. And under past Democrat administrations, the EPA has held up a lot of those permits. Fortunately for us, under President Trump and with Lee Zeldin's leadership at EPA, America is now bringing on more refining capacity so that we can process the crude oil we produce here in the United States. And that will deliver lower gas prices for all Americans for years to come. I'm Matt Cody. I'm the president and founder of the Oil and Gas Workers Association. You can find us online at ogwausa.com. God bless you, and God bless America.
So how this whole deep state apparatus has worked and has been working for a long time, guys, is that our refineries are built to handle this very, I guess, heavier crude oil that comes from outside our country. And the stuff that we produce is a lot cleaner, a lot less grungy. And guess what? Thanks to decades of all prior administrations, it has been set up that way that that we do not have the refineries to refine our own gas. How is that possible? That is only possible and only set up for people that obviously have to be making billions of dollars off of us, fucking over Americans. And I bet, guys, because I didn't know myself until I watched this, how many Americans even know this? Because you think, like, if we have all this oil, all this resources, all this gas, why aren't we using it for ourselves? Why is it going to all these other countries? Well, the woke agenda, the woke killer, the woke country killer that has been institutionalized for decades has held up all these things because of climate change, greenhouse gases, windmills, solar panels, all the bullshit. And has stifled the growth, and he says it costs billions of dollars to make these refineries. And you have to have an administration that wants to invest in that. Oh, what administration is that now? Oh, that's right, Donald effing Trump. Drill, baby, drill. This stuff does not happen, guys, in 6 months. This stuff takes years to get underway, and we are in the middle of it. This is why it feels a little chaotic at the moment. We are not in normal times right now. We are not living through the end of the roller coaster drop. We are on our way up still before we get dropped into the good times. We are in a transition moment right now, and not the training kind where we go crazy and go kill kids in a church. That's what we're in the middle of right now. Understand what's happening and try not to freak out. That's why it is what it is. Because I didn't know myself. I was like, that's a really good question. This dude knows what he's talking about. And he does. This guy, his account is the Oil and Gas Workers Association. This dude knows what he's talking about. So, where does this leave us, guys? Then we're going to get to the domestic issues here in the homeland. Mediators move closer to extending U.S.-Iran ceasefire, according to regional officials. This could happen for another couple weeks. Could be a week, could be 5 days. Nobody really knows. Again, Iran doesn't even know who they're answering to at this point, which is kind of crazy. No one knows who their leaders are. It's a shit show. And while that's going on, I'm sure, guys, hopefully no more missiles are going to drop because we don't need that. That's going to skyrocket shit again. The Pentagon is ramping up planning for possible military ops in Cuba, which has been rumored about for weeks now. Ever since Venezuela went down before Iran did, everyone was talking about Cuba. Then Iran happened, and Cuba has been back there. But Cuba, we're watching you. We're watching you. So, Rubio has probably been working that. And what I want to end this segment with, guys, is this right here. Steve Miller. You guys, it's Miller time. It's Miller time. He sums this up perfectly with America, this great reset that we're living through right now.
Never listen to a panicking.
Oh, who's been telling you that, guys? I've been trying to tell you that too. There's no panicins out here. Trust me. We have trimmed the fat on this show the last 3 months. Big time.
See. You will do very well in life. Ignore the panicins.
Yes.
Right? They were the ones who warned of calamity in Venezuela and ended up being one of the greatest single foreign policy, military, geopolitical maneuvers in world history. What you're watching now in Iran with the implementation of this blockade is the total resetting of the American power dynamic for the next 100 years. President Trump is saying, we, the United States, have the world's not just most powerful military, most powerful navy. And whoever controls the seas is able to control the outcomes in any foreign policy showdown. And so President Trump has put Iran in a box. He's played the checkmate move. And so now, no matter what path Iran chooses, America wins. If Iran chooses the path of a deal, then that's great for the world. That's great for everybody. If Iran chooses the path of economic strangulation by blockade, then the world will pass Iran by. New energy routes will be established. New supply chains will be established. Other nations throughout the region, throughout the world, and especially America, will power the world, and Iran will become a footnote. So that's the choice Iran has, and President Trump has put America into a win-win posture.
You know, they accuse the president of having no strategy. He's just kind of flying by the seat of his pants. You look at Venezuela, you look at drill, baby, drill. You look what's happening with Iran and the Strait, and now China, Indonesia, the deals we've cut with the Japanese and the South Koreans. It does look like there's a strategy to counter the Chinese and make America energy dominant.
That's the key, guys. Don't be a panicking. And I just want to play this clip because I just saw a break on my phone. Do see this is his after report here. Iran has 2 weeks until their oil reserves overflow and cause permanent damage to extraction. And also, Trump officials are watching gas station owners who are absolutely raping Americans at the gas pump, because guess what? They absolutely are. There's no doubt about it. This just came out.
Good evening, Brett. Officials here are telling us they think as soon as negotiations with Iran wrap up and the Strait of Hormuz opens back up, then gas prices will start to drop. Problem is, we don't know when negotiations with Iran will wrap up or when the Strait of Hormuz will open back up.
The message is the short-term volatility for long-term gain.
Peace talks between the U.S. and Iran remain paused.
I saw some reporting, again, bad reporting this morning, that we had formally requested an extension of the ceasefire. That is not true at this moment.
Part of the problem, Iran says it will negotiate on enriching uranium. It just won't stop altogether.
The Islamic Republic of Iran, based on its needs, must be allowed to continue enrichment.
But stopping enrichment was the whole point of Operation Epic Fury.
If I didn't do that, right now you would have Iran with a nuclear weapon.
On Saturday, President Trump warned China not to send air defense systems to Iran.
If China does that, China's going to have big problems, okay?
5 days later, the president announces they have agreed not to send weapons to Iran. President Xi will give me a big fat hug when I get there in a few weeks. A few weeks ago, officials were very optimistic about gas prices, which today average $4.11 a gallon.
Are you confident that gas will be back under $3 a gallon by the busy summer travel season, Mr. Secretary?
There's a very good chance that'll be true.
That was March 15th. On April 13th,
Well, by the summer is aggressive time frame now.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has a specific window. When are we really going to get $3 a gallon gas?
Well, I think that's going to be the up to how the negotiations go. President Trump said this morning that he thinks we're nearing the end. I'm optimistic that sometime between June 20th and September 20th that we can have $3 gas again.
Secretary Besson also told us that officials here are very closely watching gas station owners who quickly raised gas prices when the price of oil went up. They want to make sure that those owners bring the prices down quickly as well, whenever that happens. Right.
So that's kind of where all this has been left off, right? And of course, these gas station owners, they're going to use the panic, everything they possibly can, to do what they have to do to make as much money off Americans. It's disgusting. I hate it. And I told you guys before, I didn't really, as far as like my life, my personal life, I never really had to worry about too much with gas and gas prices. I don't heat my home with gas. I didn't really ever travel that much. You know, being at home, having kids, doing this full time in the studio, I didn't really travel that much unless I was getting groceries or going somewhere with the kids or having to do, you know, whatever. Basic, normal American things, right? And now with everything going on with the wood business, getting that started up, well, definitely paying attention more to the gas price because I had to fill up 5 gallons for the wood splitter today, and it cost almost $25 just to fill up a gas can, you know. And I have a truck. All this stuff costs money. All this stuff adds up, obviously. And yeah, now I totally get it. I'm right there with you guys. I want this to go down. So, where does this leave off everything going on here on the domestic front? And what I want to do, guys, I want to bring everyone over to pill.net right now. We're doing a little bit earlier than usual, but that's fine. I want to get everyone off YouTube, Rumble, Kick, X for the rest of the show, as we always do, exclusively on Pilled. We're going to get into everything that Trump's talking about. It's tax day as well. And the ringing still from the, I guess people are still upset about Trump wanting to be Jesus, which I find hilarious. And a huge fallout from Eric Swalwell that's continuing to crater all of these politicians. And I'm telling you, fam, I'm telling you right now, this is not, it's not, if you think Swalwell's going down by himself, I don't know what world you're living in. Kash Patel already said the doors are open. Come talk to us if you really think you're free and you're innocent. And I don't think that's going to be the case, guys. And of course, J.D. Vance had to come out and defend Erika Kirk once again from the psychotic cunts of the podcast Circle Jerk retards. Once again, all that. Let's get over to pill.net, guys. Rumble, Kick, X, YouTube. Thanks for joining. Subscribe to the show. Like everything that you can. Join us over on pill.net. Until then, guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, my friends.